Hey guys, so today is very special because we're actually on our way to my old neighborhood, like the neighborhood that I moved into when I first came out to Korea. That's where I was living when Brandon and I were dating. There are some like really good eats in that neighborhood, and just for like, you know, nostalgic purposes, I've been wanting to go back and visit. And we scheduled this date a while ago because actually when I was living in that neighborhood for the first 3 years of me being in Korea, 2 years in, my cousin Jasmin, not Jasmin Yoon, the one you guys saw in the morning chat, but I have another cousin named Jasmin. She actually moved to Korea in 2013 and she lived with me for a little bit there too. So this neighborhood is also special for her. And
she's here, by the way.
I know, I'm gonna introduce her.
Oh.
Jasmin, you wanna pop over to my right? Oh, this way?
Hello.
Oh, this way?
Oh, this way. Is this you?
Yeah, it's good. This is Jasmin.
Hi.
And we are starting her time in Korea and ending her time in Korea in this neighborhood. And that's why we're like so excited.
Super excited.
Yeah. It looks like there's a bit of traffic, so on our way there, we decided that we would answer a few of the questions we received in our Dating My Husband, the episode from last week. I'm gonna start with this question because when I first read it, it made me giggle. And this question says, just before Brandon said he was not a huge fan, I was thinking that cut looks really good on him. So my question is, how are you feeling about it now?
I'm okay with it. The problem is I can't really style it the way that they did at the.
It's always hard.
What is that place called?
Salon,
the
hair
salon.
salon.
Yeah, the hair salon. Yeah, I can't do it because they were using like one of those straightening irons and like twirling my hair around.
That's how they did that.
Yeah,
Oh.
and they did it in some weird shape, and then they put a bunch of the product in it and shaped it. I don't know.
Do you guys have a special word that only you guys get the real meaning of, and what's the backstory of that word? So the thing that came to mind when I read this, I wouldn't say we have a specific word, but there is a phrase that it just always cracks me up every time either of us use it. And before I tell you what that is, I have to give you the backstory, obviously. So when we were, you know, planning our wedding, I was on an email thread. We were on an email thread, me and like my bridesmaids. And actually, Jasmin was supposed to be one of my bridesmaids, but she had like a work conflict and she couldn't be at the wedding. But Jasmin, you were also a part of this email thread. And we were discussing centerpieces. And oh my gosh, I actually want to read it because it'll make more sense this way.
I remember.
You know what? Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Yes.
I sent over a few pictures about centerpiece ideas, and then this Jasmin wrote back and said, hey, love the ideas. I love the light baby's breath and petals. It's whimsical and cost effective. And then my sister, who was my maid of honor, has never planned a wedding before. She just wrote back, the f is baby's breath. And she spelled it D-A-F-U-Q. This is like so much more hilarious if you know my sister, because she's a very busy lady, and like sometimes when she responds it's just very like to the point, and I just died when I read this response. And then Jasmin Yoon wrote back and she was like, it's the white useless flowers that are part of rose bouquets. Ever since the birth of this phrase, now whenever, you know, Brandon and I are telling each other a story, or like, you know, we hear something, and instead of saying like, you know, what the hell or what's going on, we'll be like, the f***'s baby's breath.
We do still do that.
I freaking love it so much.
When was that email sent?
This email was sent December 6th, 2013.
Wow.
Wow.
Almost 3 years. It's going strong.
How do consistent weekly date nights remind you of why you first fell in love in the first place, and why are those things important to you? I think Brandon and I have talked about this before, but we didn't like fall in love in the traditional sense where, you know, we we met for the sake of dating. Like, we were friends for a while and things just kind of unfolded unexpectedly. But for me, one of the things that I really enjoyed between us when we were hanging out was just like our conversations. That's a huge part of our date nights. Like, I know we don't share everything in the vlogs, but I always feel like we have really deep and meaningful conversations. And just being in a different atmosphere, like while we're enjoying good food, instead of, you know, just us sitting on the couch or something like we always do. When I'm hanging out with anyone, if I can't have a very engaging or meaningful conversation, it's torture for me. So to be able to share that with Brandon on a regular basis is one of the reasons I look forward to date nights so much. It's one of my favorite nights of the week, actually.
I mean, the first thought that came to mind was more of just the love being a verb, action, doing what's best for the other person. And I think in this case, it's really important. I mean, even before getting married, I mean, life will get crazy, whether it's work or having a kid or whatever, but everything, all the advice we were hearing, I was hearing and understanding was about consistently being together and putting our relationship first, and like intentionally carving out time to do what's important. And so I think this is just like budgeting. We're just carving out time to spend time with each other. I mean, especially with Jen, quality time is her
one of my love languages.
Yeah, one of her love languages.
Like one of the stronger love languages.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just nice to know that we always have that to do every week and to connect on. And I definitely think, now that I'm thinking about it, we've definitely failed a few times when we were fighting or something. But I think for the most part, it's a good place to kind of come back to the core of our relationship, and it's definitely something that like you were saying, that we've had from the beginning. So
okay, last one for this video. Have you guys ever thought about getting something surgically done in South Korea, since it has a very large surgical market, and why?
No.
Never?
No, I've never considered plastic surgery. I just don't like shortcuts. I don't like shortcuts. I mean,
such a you answer.
Oh, well, yeah, I feel like it just enables certain insecurities, and in the long run, ultimately, I mean, unless it's like a, you know, just a more extreme example, but if it's just for enhancing your beauty and things like that, I don't know, I feel like there's more important things to pursue and spend your resources on. I think about it in the sense where it's like, well, you know, is this just enabling people to feed into their insecurities, you know, and in the long run, I just feel like it'll just be worse off.
As for me, no, I've never wanted to get plastic surgery. If anything, being in Korea has really made me embrace not having like bigger eyes or like a cuter nose or whatever. I take pride in the fact that I don't look like everyone else. Maybe like down the line, like years from now, I wouldn't mind, like, you know, like maybe removing some fine lines or wrinkles. Would Botox be considered plastic surgery?
I think it's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, if you're altering where you don't look like yourself anymore.
I don't know, Jasmine, do you think Botox is plastic surgery or no?
I think it's a shortcut.
Yeah.
So if it's a shortcut, yeah, I think I would put it in the same category.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is strange, because I'm a little bit more lenient in my head about Botox.
Yeah, me too, strangely. And
Chemicals that don't belong in your body that you're choosing to put in your body.
like, yeah, if I got my like lines removed, I would still look like me, like a younger version of me.
But also, yeah, but then that would also mean, like, if you're wearing makeup, it's along the same. You're not putting it in your body per se, but you're putting it on your body to alter your appearance. So that's, I don't know. don't know. That's a tough one.
So I guess that's where I stand with that. Oh my gosh, this is our old neighborhood. My old apartment is going to come up to our left very soon.
Are you gonna cry?
I'm not gonna cry, but I'm soaking it in right now. It's this building right here, this ugly tan building. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Can we just park in there like we own the place?
I know, right? Maybe we can go to the maintenance guy and be like, hey, remember us? Can we park here? Oh, this is where Brandon would pick me up when we would hang out. And I remember being so happy, like seeing this car. When I used to live here, I used to park my bike because I would bike to work. So just being here is so nostalgic. Jasmine and I were just saying how it feels like we're like time traveling backwards and how we feel like such different people walking down the street right now.
Let's get out the road, ladies. Oh, the shop was still there. That's good.
So this place is the first restaurant where Brandon and I had a meal together.
Yeah, we were sitting over there. The tradition is you have to do everything here, like serve me and all that stuff. That's a tradition. I think that was a question. That was one of our traditions.
Yeah, actually, the very first time we hung out, I was the one, like, you know, doing everything and getting the food ready. I'm sorry, this woman is fangirling over Brandon and it's very distracting right now. Hold on.
언니 한국말 너무 잘하네.
네, 잘해요. 너무 맛있어요. 어떻게 할지 모르겠어요. She was saying she's so impressed by Brandon's Korean, and I said, I know, I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh yeah.
This place is different from like the other shops we eat because the broth is really spicy. A lot of the other places, it's not really spicy, right? It's just kind of...
Yeah, it's just clear usually.
Yeah. That looks so good. Is it just like you remembered?
It's not as good because I'm eating it myself. She'll feed me. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, that's gonna burn me.
I wasn't gonna give it to you. We just finished the kuksu and now we're gonna get some bokkeumbap. So we like to wait until the bottom kind of crusts so that there's like a nice little chew when you eat it. Oh my gosh, you guys, we all have to bite it. This is amazing. This is fantastic. First bite.
I don't want any.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Like this. Look how small. Well done, everyone.
Well done.
FYI, this is the restaurant. Here's a number if you guys are interested. I actually don't know the address to this place, but if you're ever in this neck of the woods, you must eat here. So we're trying to go to this place called El Mart, and it's like so hidden and tucked away, but they have like every little like home goods stuff that you can think of. This place right here, look, they have like pets down there, like fish, and I think they had hamsters. I'm pretty sure my friend Elise bought a hamster from here, and I think she tried to return it. Mr. Rogers needs a jar to keep his mixed nuts in. This looks like a really great size. Now I'm looking for Brandon. There you are. I'm like, where is everyone?
This is so fun.
It is so...
I love
you guys,
this store.
there is no place that's really like El Mart. You know, like yes, you can go to E Mart or Home Plus and there's like different floors.
You have to probably go to 2 or 3 different stores to get what you can get at one store.
There you are. So this is a cafe we purposely came to this neighborhood for because they have like the best pingsu, but they're like out of commission. But actually on our walk here, we saw Deep Origin. We saw that they moved like a few blocks down and it's like a smaller space. That's really sad because we're thinking like, what if this place is gone?
We were like, of course
not, yeah. So here's the new location. 안녕하세요. 오래간만이에요.
기억 못하시죠? 아, 기억해요?
Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? No 빙수.
찾으시는 분이 별로 없어요. 아, 그래요?
They don't do pingsus anymore because people don't ask for them anymore. Brandon and Jasmine just said, if we buy the ingredients, will you make it for us? 여기 네 설빙을 아무 데서나 먹을 수 있잖아요. Like we haven't seen this guy in like 2 years, and he was telling us there's a place down the street that we can get bingsu. We're like, no, we came all the way here. We'll stay and have some juice. Anyway, okay, let's end the vlog. We're just going to enjoy some time with Jasmine and our drinks. So we're gonna end it here on 3. 1, 2, 3. Time traveling.
I can't stay.
Hot and humid time.